Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, I am going to tell about many computer science topics from basic to advanced. Today, I am going to continue operating system from where I had left. Today, I am going to continue from round robin scheduling. What is round robin scheduling? Each process is assigned a time quantum, fixed time in a cyclic way. It is designed especially for the time sharing system. The ready queue is treated as a circular queue. The CPU scheduler goes around the ready queue allocating the CPU to each process for a time interval of up to one time quantum. Now coming to the round robin question, this is the question where six processes are given along with their arrival time and burst time. Here the time quantum is 2. We have to find out the average turnaround time and the average waiting time. Now coming to the solution of the question, we will have to create a Gantt chart and along with that we have to maintain the ready queue. Now coming to the solution at the time interval 0 process P1 has arrived, so it will execute for 2 burst time. Since the time quantum is given is 2 and we will write P1 in the ready queue. So in P1, now burst time remaining is 2. So now the Gantt chart value is 2. So at the time interval 2, process P2 and P3 has arrived. So in the ready queue, we will write P2 and P3 and P1 since it has 2 burst time remaining. Now P2 will execute 2 time quantum, so the Gantt chart value become 4 and P2 has 3 burst time remaining. Now at the time interval 4, P4 and P5 has arrived. So now we will write P4 and P5 in the ready queue and also P2 since it has 3 burst time remaining. After that, P3 will execute since it has 2 burst time remaining and the time quantum is 2, so it will execute its full burst time. So we are not required to write it in ready queue. Now the Gantt chart value becomes 6. At the time interval 6, P6 has arrived. So we need to write P6 in the ready queue. After that, we will execute P1 since P1 has 2 burst time and time quantum is 2. So we are not required to write in ready queue. So now the Gantt chart become 8. Now we will execute P4 since P4 has 1 burst time and the time quantum is 2. So it will execute its 1 burst time. So now the Gantt chart become 9 since its execute is 1 burst time, so we does not need to write in ready queue. Now P5 will execute its 2 burst time since the time quantum is 2, so now the Gantt chart become 11 since it has 4 burst time remaining, so we will write it in the ready queue. After that, P2 will execute its 2 burst times. So now the Gantt chart become 13. Since P2 has 1 bus time remaining, so we will write it in the ready queue. Now P6 will execute its 2 bus time. Since the time quantum is 2, so now the Gantt chart value become 15. Since P6 has 1 bus time remaining, so it will write it in the ready queue. Now P5 will execute 2 bus time. Since time quantum is 2, so now the Gantt chart value becomes 17. Since P5 has 2 burst time remaining, so we need to write it in the ready queue. Now P2 will execute its remaining 1 burst time, so the Gantt chart become 18. Now we are not required to write it in the ready queue since it executes its all burst time. Now P6 will execute its remaining 1 burst time, so the Gantt chart value become 19. Now we are not required to write it in the ready queue since it executes its all burst time. Now in the end, P5 will execute its remaining 2 burst times. So the final Gantt chart value become 21. And now all the processes in the ready queue has executed its fully burst time. Now we are going to find out the completion time, turnaround time and waiting time of the question. For the completion time, we will see the Gantt chart value and move from right to left in order to get the right completion time. So the completion time of process 1 is 8, for process 2 18, for process 3 6, for process 4 9, for process 5 21, for process 6 19. Now we are going to find out the turnaround time. For turnaround time, we will subtract uh, completion time minus arrival time. So the turnaround time for process 1 is 8 minus 0, that is 8. For process 2 is 18 minus 1, that is 17. For process 3 is 6 minus 2, that is 4. For process 4 is 9 minus 3, that is 6. For process 5 is 21 minus 4, that is 17. And for the process 6 is 19 minus 5, that is 14. So the total turnaround time is 66. After finding the turnaround time, we will going to find out waiting time for the question, and we can find out waiting time by subtracting turnaround time minus burst time. So for process 1, the waiting time is 8 minus 4, that is 4. For process 2, 17 minus 5, that is 12. For process 3, 4 minus 2, that is 2. For process 4, 6 minus 1, that is 5. For process 5, 17 minus 6, that is 11. For process 6, 14 minus 3, that is 11. So the total waiting time is 45. Now, after finding the turnaround time and waiting time, we will going to calculate the average turnaround time and average waiting time. So the average turnaround time is total value of the six processes, that is 66, divided by number of processes, that is 6. So the average turnaround time is 66 divided by 6, that is 11. The average waiting time is total value of the six processes, that is 45, divided by total number of processes, that is 6. So the average waiting time is 45 divided by 6, that is 7.5. That's all for today from my side. If you like my video, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.